INTA, or the National Aerospace Agency in Spain, is working on what will be the future of aviation in 2 or 3 generations, that's to say, unmanned aircraft. INTA has 3 models, Siva, Alo and Milano, which is almost finished. There will be 2 or 3 units of each model in the future, and it's growing fast.
These are some of the aircraft we have here. This is one of the 2 Aviocars 7,500 kilograms maximum takeoff weight. The crew is composed of 2 pilots, a mechanic and a few scientists depending on what the aircraft is investigating.
In this poster we can see an Alo, a Silva and a Milano, the 3 models of unmanned aircraft we have at the moment at INTA.
Unmanned aircraft can play different roles, like detecting fires or preventing them by means of thermal sensors. They can detect the silhouette of somebody in a forest lighting a fire at night. They can extinguish fires, or even during the extinction operation they could control the other aircraft or helicopters, and afterwards they could help decide the best way to replenish the ground after the fire.
This is the new control tower which was built on the previous one. Unmanned aircraft will be guided from here in the future. A new hangar has been built this year too. Now we are going to visit it.
The hangar entrance has been designed thinking about larger aircraft. The blinds can be rolled up like the ones at home, and the columns can be folded so that large aircraft can enter.
This is a STEM. It's a manned aircraft that we've bought recently in Germany. It's flown by 2 pilots. Using this aircraft and another smaller one, they did the experience in Salamanca. They created several dangerous situations, like crossing, and it was proved that both aircraft were equally safe and that both were able to avoid colliding against each other.
This is a Siva. You can move it very easily. It has a very small engine. It's used for surveillance. It can look for ships carrying drugs, castaways, and so on. It features a camera below and is very easy to pilot. It's like playing on the PlayStation. You control it with something similar to a joystick.
This is the camera. With such an equipment you can help lots, for instance in fires. The fire brigade official can be monitoring the situation and make crucial decisions to save lives. In a few years, this aircraft could be looking for castaways in the sea. Technologically, it's possible, but it's not legal yet.
The UAV's initiative wants the enterprises that have been granted the development of unmanned aircraft to transform that manned aircraft over there in an unmanned one. They've already started to work on it. It displays the logo of the Junta, and the one at the back the same. They've already made it move on the ground, and at the moment a pilot is into the aircraft when it's flying because it's at its testing stage yet. But the pilot can choose to pilot in a remote way, then the controller on the ground flies it.
The time you spend on developing an aircraft is huge. It's not a matter of time, but that you are successful in your trial, since the aircraft is theoretically designed until you get it to fly. 2 years may go by. It's really difficult, and the changes from model to another can be very relevant. Sometimes there may be an accident, something may go wrong, All aircraft carry a parachute for the reason, and that's why many unmanned aircraft have their tail V-shaped, so that the parachute is hanging from the aircraft.
At the moment, the staff is composed of 2 people, but some other 2 will join, and eventually there will be about 10 people when the whole procedure is completed. 4 women, 2 physicists and biologists, and an aeronautic engineer will join the staff soon.